Yeah, so yep, that's where I'm at. Let's go ahead and talk about India edging towards crypto legislation. This is coming from CoinDesk. India edges towards crypto legislation with a 30% tax, announcing digital rupee launch. India Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm not Indian. I should. I go back to the mush Southern brain, guys. Presented the nation's budget in a speech in Parliament on Tuesday. I should have done the Google the name and learn how to pronounce it thing. So the India Finance Minister announced a 30% tax on any income from the transfer of virtual digital assets, a first for the nation. Additionally, she also said that the digital rupee would most likely be issued in the 2022 to 2023 area, which is the first time the Indian government has given a timeline on the launch of a central bank digital currency, CBDC. These are going to be big, guys. We're going to have to pay attention to a lot of central bank digital currencies. And they're, to be clear, central bank digital currencies are completely against the principles of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin itself. So I'm not for them, just to be clear, but it is something that's going to happen. So we're going to cover it. There's no way around it. Most of it will probably be some sort of proof of stake mechanism with zero supply cap, so they can adjust the currency however they see fit and just digitally print themselves some more. That's how these are going to operate, but let's move on. Quote, there has been a phenomenal increase in transaction in virtual digital assets. The magnitude and frequency of these transactions have made it imperative to provide for a specific tax regime. The financial advisor said in the critical Indian budget speech, which lasted for over 2 hours. Speaking on the adoption of CBDCs, she said that a digital rupee will be issued using blockchain and other technologies to be issued by RBI starting 2022 to 2023. This will give a boost to the economy. When asked later on about taxing without a regulation, the finance minister said, we have circulated a paper, inputs are coming in, public stakeholders are coming in, so regulation goes through that process. I don't wait till regulation comes into place taxing people who are earning profits, can I? I don't understand that whole statement. We have circulated. The world's crypto or cryptocurrency was not used in the budget speech. However, the finance minister used the phrase virtual digital asset, which the industry interprets as a term for cryptocurrencies and non-fungible tokens. The naming and the steps taken are not clear legislation of crypto, but the industry views this as a step towards legitimization. Quote, India is finally on the path to legitimizing the crypto sector in India, end quote, said Nishal Shetty, co-founder and CEO of Wazirx, one of India's largest crypto exchanges. Shetty said the move to launch a blockchain-powered digital rupee is phenomenal, as it will pave the way for crypto adoption, and that the biggest development was the clarity on crypto taxation, which will add the much-needed recognition to the crypto ecosystem of India. Sumit Gupta, co-founder and CEO of CoinDCX, called the budget forward-looking and inspirational, adding that the taxation is a step in the right direction. Siddharth Sagani, founder and CEO of cryptocurrency research organization Krabako, I don't even know how that would be pronounced actually, said you can't tax something which is illegal. Hence, this is a very positive move by the government and is very good for the industry. If there are tax clarities in the space, more money is likely to come in. Incorrect. You can tax something that is legal. The IRS does it, and that is the number one way basically they catch criminals. And essentially, if you steal something, anything you've stolen, you are supposed to report the amount of stolen items on your taxes. That's a thing that's been around for a long time. So it's incorrect. You can tax illegal activity, and that's usually, at least in the United States, one of the number one ways that people get caught in illegal activity and get prosecuted. They usually get prosecuted along those lines. So that's silly. You can tax things that are illegal. It's been done. Okay? Incorrect, sir. Could crypto tax push away retail investors? The concern among some experts is that 30% tax could deter retail investors. Quote, there might be movement in people liquidating their crypto portfolios and moving to the equity market. The 30% tax is too much, said a source at a major crypto exchange wishing not to be named. Shivam Thakral, CEO of Buy Ucoin, disagrees, saying the tax is normal and not too high, and is in line with the normal taxation in which, quote, if you are earning personal income of more than 12 lakh per annum, golly, okay, then you are in the 30% slab anyways. The questionable part here that a lot of people are arguing, and I saw this on CoinDesk for their live stream earlier today, this morning, and a lot of what's going on crypto is that why isn't there tax brackets in India? And I am actually in support of no tax brackets personally. I think if you're going to have a tax, it should be a flat tax, and you should make the people at the top pay the same percentages of the people at the bottom. And then the goal there would make the tax, whatever tax you're paying, not burdensome on the people at the bottom. That is typically how I would see it going through personally. I don't have any problem with a 30% tax across everybody, or the same percentage. 30% is very high though, right? And like, I don't think retail investors in India are going to be like, yeah, this makes sense to have a 30% tax on an investment. Like, probably not. Plus, how do you file losses, all that sort of stuff? I'm not really too clear. I'm also not a policy guy, so probably speaking a little out of turn. Another industry source who didn't wish to be named highlighted a contradiction in the government's statements. In the past, the government has said it seeks to prohibit all cryptocurrencies in India, but will allow certain exceptions to promote underlying technology. Well, how will you promote the underlying technology with a 30% tax, end quote, asked the industry source from a major exchange. And this is a good point. If you're going to just throw a blanket 30% tax across cryptocurrency and then expect developers to develop on the platforms, but then they're having to pay a 30% tax on the tokens they're purchasing to enable whatever technology that they're doing, then you just basically chop their legs out from underneath them. You're not going to have developers being like, oh yeah, I think I'll go into developing for blockchain and purchase some Ethereum that I didn't have to pay 30% on, that I'm probably going to lose in this entire process of development, because that's how development works. Like, we're not going to be making money every single time off of these projects where we're trying to develop the technology. So it completely cuts out any innovation within that space because of the way it functions for the underlying technologies when we're talking about these things, right? Take Flux, for example. If you're developing on Web 3.0 and you're deploying apps, etc., what if and you go to deploy a VPS, for lack of a better term, an app on Flux, and you pay the Flux, and then you have to pay 30% on that Flux that you purchased on top of that. It doesn't make any sense. You're not gonna get development, and that's a good point, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You need to have, and that's where I would not necessarily have a bracket, but I would have essentially just a whole different tax clause set for developers and people working on the technology, if that was my goal, right? If that was my goal. Prima facie self-declaration of crypto ownership and tax filing is a progressive move that displays the government's conviction in monitoring, validating, and regulating the evolution of crypto economy, according to Gaurav Mehta, founder of Catix, a one-stop shop for crypto taxes. blockchain auditing, and forensics. The Reserve Bank of India, India's central bank, had earlier indicated launching a pilot CBDC project in the fiscal year April 2022 to March of 2023. India's crypto ecosystem has several demands, which included a classification of cryptocurrencies, clarity on taxation, and a self-regulating framework shaped by the crypto industry. While clarity on taxation has emerged, the formal classification of cryptocurrency is awaited. The country appears to be waiting for global consensus on crypto regulation. Earlier this year, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called for global cooperation of cryptocurrencies. Modi said that challenges like crypto cannot be tackled by nations in isolation. Last year, he told Parliament that, quote, a new cryptocurrency bill is in the works, warning that, quote, the risk of cryptocurrency and it going in the wrong hands is being monitored. What are the wrong hands? What are the wrong hands? What does a 30% tax bracket do? They even said it here. Let's call them out on this BS. They're saying you're already in a higher tax bracket. What are the wrong hands? The wrong hands are the people that can't afford a 30% tax on their investment. That's the wrong hands. That's what they're saying with this legislation. Pay attention. They give it all to us right here. They give it all to us. They tell us exactly what they think. 30% tax? Oh, that won't faze the rich people. That won't faze us, the government. We'll just print more of our CBDC. Who are the wrong people? The wrong people are poor people. That's what the wrong people are. That's the view of governments right now. And they keep saying it. They're like basically just telling us this at this point. You're not good enough. So frustrating, man. So frustrating. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Crypto Mining Morning Show every Monday through Friday, 7:45 a.m. Pacific and 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time. You can check out more clips here, or if you're interested in checking out the entire live show, you can check that out down here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday.